Hey guys, I'm super excited to. I'm not. I'm super excited to introduce to you a brand new, revolutionary, groundbreaking online tool for designers that will help you build beautiful color palettes. It's called Parametric Color Mixer, and the version 0.1 was just released, and you'll find the link under the video. So quickly, how does it work? Out of the box, the mixer will produce the transition between two main color components. Your main two colors, and obviously you can choose them, right? There's almost 17 million colors to choose from. It's almost overwhelming amount of colors, to be honest. I'm going to choose white here, and I'll keep that dark blue over here. Boom! Out of the box, you have this beautiful transition between these two colors. Let me, by the way, adjust the number of swatches I want in my color palette. You can go from 5 to 12. I don't know why 5 and 12. I'm just gonna choose 9. So that's already great. I already like it. I could stop here, but I want to do more. So I'm going to create a new color mixer, and what this thing allows you to do is magical. Oh, and by the way, if you've ever worked with some kind of audio engineering tool, it's like a DAW. You've probably worked with a parametric equalizer. So this whole concept here is heavily inspired by parametric equalizer. So if you did, it will be more familiar. If not, it's still very easy to grasp. So let's look at it. When you create a mixer, it will just randomly assign a color to it. I didn't have a better idea, so it's just random. So I'm going to right away change it, and I'm going to choose this very strong ultramarine color. So I have several parameters over here, and I will go through them quickly. But before that, let me just grab this handle on this little graph and just move it around. Okay, you can already get the idea. I can mix in that new color into my original transition, and I can choose the position and how much of this new color I want to mix in. So I can directly manipulate this handle, but also you use these two knobs over here. So position and impact. I called it impact, like transparency was like too well known of a concept, I had to mix it up a bit, make it more confusing. Ugh. Anyway, another parameter is range, and that's again pretty straightforward when you look at what's going on over here. Basically set the position and amount, right, at which you want to mix this new color, and with range you can now decide on like how many of the neighboring swatches you want to affect. And the last knob here is blend mode. I'm sure you're familiar with the concept of blending modes. I'm not going to explain them, but there are only 4 so far. The pass-through is the basic one. That's basically a direct mix ratio between two colors. But you have also some creative ones like multiply, screen, and overlay. So let's say I'm building a color palette for my design system. Okay, so I have some base colors already, and one of them, let's say, is that dark blue over here. So I want to produce an accent palette for each of my base colors. So you could do this on several different ways. Like you can do it just manually, or you can use like functions in one of those CSS extensions like less. They allow you to just do that on the fly, I think. But my preferred method is using a parametric color mixer. Actually, it works very well for that. Let me just bypass the mixer. You can do it with this tiny little switch over here. next to the impact knob, by the way. So yeah, so my basic accent palette is nice. It could work, but I want to what I want to do is make these colors more vibrant as they become brighter. Okay, I think it's going to look more interesting and work better in the system. So I'm gonna move my color over here and adjust the range so it slowly like tapers off somewhere around the middle. And I'm going to use a screen, or maybe actually overlay blend mode, because I don't want to affect the brightness. I only want to mix in the hue of my ultramarine over here. All right. Yeah, so maybe let's just adjust it more precisely here. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's already more interesting. Before and after. Okay. Yeah, what I see, what happened now, it created a bit of this violet tint here, and I think I want to boost it a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is create another mixer. That's right. So let's choose violet over here and put it somewhere around here. It's just a regular pass-through, only a tiny bit, and yeah, make sure it doesn't affect the base color. And yeah, that's it. That's my beautiful color mix that I'll use in my design system. So I'm going to name it now, like a base blue, and download both SVG and CSS. You can see my SVG over here. It's basically just squares. And my CSS, yeah, it opens my VS Code, and you can see it's you know to create this color palette that you can just choose in your CSS variable. Yeah, so idiotic idea for an app. I used it as an opportunity to build something in React and to learn, but very fun to work on and very fun to play with. So enjoy. So leave some mean comments or block me on Twitter or whatever